All right, what's up, y'all? So like if you've been watching the past previous videos, you've already known, or in case you don't, the situation that's been going on recently, like me, my personal, what's been going on, like with my family was, and I guess I'm using these videos that I'm creating as like kind of like documentation, like not only for myself, well, part of it for myself. But I think there's certain things that I'm learning throughout this whole thing that I just wasn't aware of, or I wasn't aware of it to the extent that I'm learning about it right now. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, at least it makes sense to me, but I'm I'm starting to figure out some things that and learning some things and actually understanding things that maybe I already knew, things that I didn't know, things that I wasn't considering, and things that I just flat out I didn't know. I don't know what I don't know. And one of those things is actually like time. Like, yeah, I say, or yeah, people might say, like, depending on who you listen to or who you talk to, they tell you, yeah, don't waste time. Don't waste time. If you're gonna do something, do it now. Do it now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till later. If you can get it done right now, just go ahead and knock it out. Like, do it. But um, now with what's been happening recently and what happened recently, it kind of like solidified for me in a way where time is extremely valuable. Like, it's not something that should be necessarily wasted because it's the most expensive thing you'll ever pay for. Not necessarily money wise, because you can't buy back a piece of time from the past. You can't buy that. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter if you're Elon Musk, if you're Jeff Bezos, if you're Bill Gates. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how big your bank account is, how much money you think you have, or whatever. Like, there's no amount of money that can buy a piece of time back. And that's one of the things that I'm learning because I was looking through my phone because if you don't know, my dad, you know, like I've spoken not to make you sound like not to make it sound like, oh, okay, feel bad for me because of this, no, but letting you know the backstory for the things that I'm learning. But as I was because my dad, like I said in one of my previous videos or in the previous videos, my dad got pulled over by a cop, and because he doesn't like have any legal status here, they put him in jail, and now he's in the process of being processed by ICE or immigration, which honestly fucking sucks because he's actually just been trying to do his best and being the best dad that he could be for me and my two other siblings, the best husband he could be for my mom, and the best family man he could be, honest family man. Nothing illegal, never did anything illegal, never did was dealing with like gangs or drugs or none of that. He never did any of that. He did his best to earn his money and be a good person the right way, the honest way. He didn't take the fast route. He didn't choose the fast life. He didn't choose the easy way out. He chose to earn his stripes basically. And the fact that just because of not being or not having the legal status, um, that would like make other people think, oh well, you're a criminal. Oh well, you're this, you're that. All the negative things that come, with like stereotypes and all that. And I was looking through some pictures because I knew, like I personally, me in the past, I never enjoyed like taking pictures, um, or like had liked in the past, like I didn't really ever like having people take pictures of me. It was more of a me thing, not because I didn't want to take pictures with anybody. It was just a me thing. Like I didn't like people to take pictures of me. I didn't like how I looked in pictures. I don't know why. I wasn't the biggest photogenic person in the past, and you know, the few pictures that I did have, like with my dad, like I was scrolling through some of my old memories, trying to scroll because I knew I had at least something. It was somewhere in my phone. I just didn't know exactly where it was, and I just had to scroll a whole bunch on my phone to find those pictures. And I found these pictures where it was about 2 years ago, I think 2 3 years ago, I think, can't remember. I think two summers ago or 3 summers ago, when we had taken a family vacation down to or up to Oklahoma with the waterfalls, and um, me well, I had taken my camera, my Sony camera at the time before I got my DJI, and my mom was taking some pictures of us, and I see my dad. It's, I think, one of the only pictures that I have with my dad where the both of us were smiling. And it's kind of tough because I clearly remember that day almost as if it was just yesterday that it happened. I know it happened a long, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, however long it was ago, but I remember it, and seeing the pictures, seeing some of the videos that I had on my phone kind of just brought like flashbacks, like, I remember this, like, it just happened, the good memories, and made me realize, I think, that I didn't really like cherish that as much at the time as I should have. And I mean, I get it. Like, I didn't know this was gonna happen. We didn't know this was gonna happen. We never anticipated for any of this to happen. But I say all that to say, like, time really is the most precious and the most expensive thing that we'll ever pay for. Um, I mean, I wish I could see my dad again. I wish I could talk to him. I wish I could text him. I wish I could call him. I wish I could FaceTime him. Give him a hug. I wish I could hug him. I've never even been the most physical person ever. I've never liked or been a fan of people touching me or getting too close to me. Like, it's only been very, 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 very specific people, or very few number of people, who I've ever let actually like get close to me in that way. And unfortunately, I don't know if it was just a me thing, but like, I don't know. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan with letting just people touch me or get close to me. And now I feel kind of like at fault because I could have let my dad, get close to me, and, you know, being able to hug me or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I never, I was never like that with him. And I'm looking back at it and I'm like, damn, like I kind of messed up. And I know it's okay to feel bad. It's okay to feel guilty. It's okay to, have these emotions. I know it's natural. It's natural for me to feel this way. It's natural for me to, experience the things that I'm experiencing. And, you know, it's understandable for me why I feel the way that I do. But at the same time, I'm thinking, if I could go back in time, when the last time I saw my dad was the last time I spoke with him, or that I could have spoken with him, there's no amount of, like, there's nothing I wouldn't give to be able to do that. Um, and I know for some people it might be like, oh, well, it's not that bad. Like, he didn't, grace of God, he didn't end up passing away. Yeah, I know. But still, at the same time, when you're in a situation where you can't talk to a person, to a loved one that you actually care about, when you can't physically see them, you can't talk to them, you can't call them, you can't have any sort of communication with them, it kind of takes a little bit of a toll, or a lot of a toll on you mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, because you could have just one more, one more chance, one more moment where you could do that. And um and I'm pretty sure anybody who's like maybe dealt with something similar, or like, lost a parent or a loved one like that, you understand where I'm coming from. Like, I know you understand that you would give everything and anything just to be able to talk to that person, just to be able to hug them, be able to kiss them, be able to, have them or be in their presence just one more time. There's nothing you wouldn't do, wouldn't give to be able to do that. And you can't do that right now or anymore. So, um, like, all that to say, time really is the most valuable thing that we actually have. It's not the money, it's not the cars, it's not the houses, the jewelry, the clothes, the whatever, the lifestyle. It's none of that, because money's gonna come and it's gonna go. It's just a piece of energy. It's just energy. And I don't mean to sound like all spiritual and, you know, all that, but if you understand it, money is just, it's not even real. It's really not real. It's just a piece of energy that we exchange between each other. But money will come and go. The only thing that's gonna stick with you are like memories, your feelings, even though they fluctuate up and down, it's a roller coaster all the time. And the relationships that you create with the time that you have. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a year, maybe it's a lifetime, maybe it's a day, maybe it's an hour. Doesn't matter. Point is, that's the most important thing, the most precious thing that you're ever really gonna have. It's not the money, it's not the cars, it's not the houses, it's not the lifestyle, it's not the women. They will come and go. Nothing really ever lasts forever. And for that reason being, because nothing lasts forever, time as well will not stop for us and will continue on whether we like it or not. So, um, if you got somebody, maybe you've been in an argument, you're mad at somebody, you're mad at your parents, you're mad at your loved ones, you're mad at your friends, whatever, whoever that may be, I would say personally, and you don't have to take my advice. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying, at least for me in my perspective right now, I think, and I really believe this, that it would be possibly a good idea just to like make peace with whoever that may be, and enjoy the rest of the time that you may have with that person, because you never actually truly know when the last time you may get to see them, speak with them, or even be around them or be with them. You don't know. And the last thing you want to do is not do it, not, go ahead and enjoy that moment, capture it, and regret it later on, wishing that you could have been able to, or wishing that you could be able to relive that, to have a respawn, a restart, but but it's too late to do that. That's the last thing, that's the last place you want to be at. You're going to feel extremely guilty. You're going to feel resentment towards yourself. You're going to basically have like hatred, or you're going to have very strong emotions about that towards yourself, and you're going to blame yourself for that as well. So, if you can, I know maybe it might be difficult, maybe you might have some history or some situations, but definitely at least enjoy that time, make that peace, and make the best of the time that you may have left, because you never know when the last time it really may be. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated.